real estate crash we're going into. It's funny because my perspective on this is so much different than the last times, that I've dealt with similar situations. I'm older, more comfortable than ever, and in the perfect position for a crash. And I hope most of you are. Because right now it gives you the ability to be just a spectator rather than a participant in the tough stuff that's coming. So it's interesting. My phone's been ringing here quite a bit. It used to be, if you got, you guys all know your phones are ringing for your retail. I'm sorry, for your residential properties. Do you want to sell your property? You want to sell your property? You get all the multicolored cards in the mail. Well, you're going to see those shrink. Houses will be the last thing to shrink. But right now, the commercial, industrial, and the multifamily properties, those are the ones that are most affected right off the bat. Because, see, houses is an emotional purchase. They don't really care about making money on those. Those are like, can I afford it? The how much a month crowd. Well, commercial and industrial and multifamily, those fall under investor type properties where we measure the cap rate. How much money are we going to make on our money? How much money are we going to make on the bank's money that we borrow? And with that, the money's gotten more expensive, and it's getting really tough out there. So I've had a number of calls here from agents. I used to get calls. I thought it was kind of interesting. Even 2 years ago, the calls and the that you would get for your residential properties. That's gone on forever. But a lot of calls here in the last 2 years on, hey, you want to sell your industrial building? You want to sell your commercial building? I would get that type of the stuff that you'd normally see with residential. There's way more residential properties, way more houses than there are commercial buildings and industrial buildings. They're almost like cars. There's so many of them, and so those where there is a lot more of that, then there's going to see a lot more of that action. But in the last 2 years, it was always about, hey, there's just people trying to find a place to put their money. Investors like myself, we're all searching all the time, and it's been tougher to find stuff. And the prices have been high, and even though the interest has been low, the interest cost to borrow money's been low. The everybody's been greedy and asking the max for their property, me included. Well, now, just really heavily in the last month, man, my phone is ringing, not with people trying to, hey, do you want to list anything? Do you got anything you want to list to? Basically, even if they don't say it out loud, that's what they're after in the past. Now they're like, hey, would you like to buy more? We see you own industrial property. Hey, we see you own commercial property. Would you like to buy some more, basically? And I'm seeing them pitching stuff that's already on LoopNet. And I'll say, well, is it on LoopNet? Is it on City Feed? Is it on, is it out there on Crexy? And, oh, yeah, it's going on there. They're saying it's going on there. It's already on there. Anyways, I just had somebody, just got a phone to get with somebody else. Industrial complex, $14 million, 3 buildings, and asking way too much. And by the way, also, all you investors out there, I would urge you to, tell people you're looking for a 9 cap on whatever you buy. It'll save you a lot of grief, a lot of phone calls that you don't need or want, and it'll also deflate the sellers that are asking too much. Uh, you almost I like 9% when I'm paying 4% interest. Well, now 5.5% interest is probably about what I'm looking at right now for a new purchase. So I gotta have a minimum of 9 now, and I urge you to demand the same. Just keep your standards high for that margin of profit. Because the otherwise you're just going to get hounded and it's going to be pointless. It's going to be for nothing. But it's interesting. I also you get to talking to these brokers that have called me, and I'll say, so what you're feeling is the market getting weak. Oh yeah. They're like, oh yeah, no, we'll deal. We'll take offers. What do you want? I said, well, I'm looking for a 9 cap. They say, well, let's make an offer. In other words, they're not discouraging it. They're not saying, oh yeah, no, the seller never go for that. They're not saying that now. And where before, they would say, well, what are you comparing it to, And it's going to be interesting, like the Dollar General, still a lot of Dollar Generals out there floating around. You get, but I mean, a 4.5 cap or a 5 cap, it's not worth it, which is still what they're advertising. I'm sure they're negotiating on those too. But anyways, that's all. I was just gonna share that. This is, just be a spectator. Don't be a participant. Really, no need to invest now. I mean, unless you got something that's really a steal, buy it. I'm still looking too, and I made a couple offers, and but again, we are on a downward trend. Things are going down, and that like I say in my book. If you don't have my book, you want to get my book. Wake Up and Smell the Real Estate. Been a bestseller. Urge you to check that out. But and I got the mentorship, FlipAnythingUSA.com. But look, be a spectator. Don't be a participant in it. Meaning, hang on to your money, cut your overhead. Uh, you should never buy retail ever. And I'm not saying don't buy at all, but right now, even if you buy under market, the market could catch up, meaning it could catch down with you. It could head down. And as far as you guys know that have the book leapfrogging, really consider that chapter. And that leapfrogging doesn't mean just one thing. You can leapfrog to sell under market. You can leapfrog to buy over asking price. Right now, it's leapfrog to sell in many markets. I don't know anywhere where it's not, to be honest. Anybody that's got confidence, otherwise, I think they're probably got a screw loose. The money's getting expensive. That's just all there is to it. But anyways, that's it. I can't take any questions because I'm driving. But I will just also you guys, new people in the mentorship. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Everybody that's existing, of course, members will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Probably try to keep the class short if that's even possible. So much to talk about, but we'll try to keep it short tomorrow. And maybe we'll go live. Maybe we'll go live on YouTube. By the way, yeah, those of you that are watching, fill out the mentorship survey. And you know what? If you do that, you can have a conversation with me if I think you got what it takes to be in the mentorship. But also, you know what? I think maybe we'll go live tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a live YouTube tomorrow and bring the class, online onto YouTube. We'll have to talk around some certain subjects, obviously, but maybe we'll start out regular and then we'll jump on. Anyways, I want to recruit people. This is a really good time to get your skills in real estate. This is really a fantastic time, and I'll tell you why. It's not a great time to jump in the market if you're a noob, if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of experience. This is not the time to jump into the real estate market and buy stuff. But it's a great time to get some investor skills and get smart, and then that way you'll be around your peers. You'll be around people that have been around a long time, and you'll be around money makers, and you'll see what other people are doing within the mentorship to take advantage of the declining market. And that's really what I mean. That's an invaluable lesson to know what to do, and to watch other people do it, and then you can put it to use in your area. So really a fantastic group we got, and it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited for everybody in the class. Those that have made money, those that haven't made money. Rich just sent me a couple pictures of his three. He bought a commercial building, or two commercial buildings, and an industrial building, and made 800 grand on a single piece of land. Got everything sold, got the new stuff bought, and now he's got, he can live on the income from his assets that he's made inside of 1 year of mentoring. Inside of 1 year of mentorship, he's made these deals. And, it's just been a wonderful thing for everybody involved. And he's just one of them. But so anyways, get some skills, you know, 6 months ago. You may just run away from it today. I can certainly, they've since, reduced the price down. They may reduce it enough that it'll be worthwhile again. But, anyways,